Welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Jessica and I'm a naturopathic doctor, and this is my stress reducing morning routine. Since I focus a lot on reducing stress and recovering and preventing burnout, I often get asked, well, what do you do to help reduce your stress? So this is a routine that I do in the mornings when I tend to have a little bit more time, when I don't have to go into the office or I'm working from home. So after chugging some water that I keep beside the bed, I like to actually start my day by focusing on my mindset. Now, this is one of the things I go over a lot in my course, The Better Health Blueprint, is that everything begins with your mindset. So I like to start off by grabbing a journal and starting off with either some affirmations or just writing down some things that I'm grateful for. I like to do this first thing in the morning before I grab my phone, before I turn on the TV, before I get any distractions. I want to set the tone for my day. Starting off in this way really helps to prevent your nervous system from ramping up as soon as you jump out of bed. So I keep this notebook by my bed. It's from the author of The Secret, but trust me, you don't need a fancy notebook or a special notebook. I do like this one, however, because it has a few little prompts. It gets you to thinking about things you're grateful for that have happened, and then things that have not yet happened. And it has a nice little introduction section in the front about how to use it. But again, you don't need any special book. You just need to write down maybe 3 to 5 things you're grateful for, and then just kind of sit with that for a little bit and really start to feel the gratitude. I cannot tell you how much that this will change your day. Let me know down below in the comments if this is part of your morning routine or if you're going to incorporate it. So once that's done, I head to the bathroom, I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and then I head downstairs to see my favorite family member. Haha, sorry family.
Rusty, hey, wanna go outside? Rusty.
So this is my golden lab, Rusty. He is a big part of my life, and I swear he's not dead. He's just very lazy. He just recently had surgery, so that's why he has a cone on his head. He's such a trooper though. And by the way, he's totally fine. Everything went very well. So I get him ready to go outside for the morning. Of course, being in the Pacific Northwest, it's raining and boots are a must. On mornings like this, when I have a bit more time, I love to take him out for a walk. We'll usually go out if the weather is nice. He actually doesn't like the rain, but we'll usually go out for about 20 minutes or so in the morning, and then he'll get another walk later in the day. Making sure he gets out is a great way for me to get moving and also to help reduce stress. Once we're back inside, he definitely lets me know that it's time to eat, so I go and feed him, and then I head back upstairs because now it's time for me to actually make the bed and kind of take care of the room, clean up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, on days where I have to go into the office or days where I need to leave really early, I actually don't make the bed, and I'm not ashamed. But on days like this when I have some time, I will go ahead and do that because it looks nice. It makes me feel good about the room. At this point, I like to set the mood by putting on some usually lo-fi mix radio. I just use YouTube. And then I also like to have the room smell nice, but I don't want to leave a candle because I'm not in there. So I'll usually use my diffuser. This one is by Sage. And then I'll add some essential oils to that as well. I try and cheat and stick it through the hole in the top, but then I usually remember you have to open it up. One of my favorite scents is jasmine. So I just use this essential oil because aromatherapy is another great way to help reduce stress. Now it's time for what I consider one of the most important practices or parts of my morning routine. And that's when I head to my office and I actually am preparing to meditate. So I have an old iPod that I use. It has a breathing track on it. It's literally just somebody breathing in and out, a deep yoga type breath. And I like to put that on for a little bit of background noise so that I don't hear traffic or other sounds in the house. The important thing about meditation is that it really does help to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is that part of our nervous system that helps us reduce stress. So there are many different styles or types of meditation. The most important thing is just finding something that you can stick with and that you can practice regularly. If you are new to meditation, I would recommend just starting with a guided meditation just to get started and to get used to it. I'm actually using my fitness tracker called the Oura Ring, and it has an app on the phone that has guided meditations as well as just unguided sessions that will play a song. Because I don't have anywhere to be and I have more time this morning, I usually set it for an unlimited session and just will sit there and meditate as long as I can. Sometimes it'll be 10 minutes and sometimes it can be up to an hour, but it really just depends on my mindset. It is definitely not easy. Kind of control your mind and bringing your mind back into some sort of stillness or some sort of focus, but it's a practice, and I usually just actually call it a sitting practice more than a meditation practice because you're just sitting with yourself and you're really focusing your mind, and the benefit is that you're really affecting your nervous system in a good way. So once I'm finished with my meditation practice, it's probably between 8 and 9 in the morning, depending on what time I get up and how long I sat for. But it's time to head downstairs. It's not quite time for breakfast, but I really do need a cup of tea. So I love this tea kettle because you can set it for different temperatures depending on what type of tea you're having. Never mind me putting the cap on backwards. It's the morning. And then I also have this milk frother that I got on Amazon. I use it for my almond milk. If you want me to link any of these things below, just leave it in the comments and I will leave a link. But I love this thing. Once the tea is ready, I will head over to the kitchen table and then I will enjoy my cup of tea. Add my almond milk and have a nice tea latte. I usually actually don't add any sugar. I'm that addicted to black tea. And this is the point where I will finally grab my phone and actually check in on social media. I'll check my emails just to make sure there's no urgent notes from patients or from clients. I'll see what's on my schedule for the day and just double check that there's nothing urgent that I need to reply to. But otherwise, I really do try to not go onto my phone before I've done either my affirmations or my gratitude or my meditation practice. This really does help me stay a little bit more stress-free and help to reduce stress. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you give this a try. Don't touch your phone in the morning. Do some gratitude exercises, do some affirmations. If you have time, sit for a 5-10 minute meditation and then look at your phone. I promise those messages are still going to be there unless you have something that you're urgently waiting for. But this is a great way to help to reduce stress and help your morning start off on a more positive note. So I'll probably sit here between 5 and 10 minutes depending on how many messages I have or what else is going on. But then I am going to actually prepare my breakfast, even though I'm not usually quite ready to eat it yet. So I head to the pantry and grab some steel cut oats. Now, this is a hack that I love. I actually cook these in the rice cooker because they take too freaking long to cook otherwise, and I don't like instant oatmeal. It's gross. So, take your oats, put it in your rice cooker, use the porridge setting on your rice cooker. If you know, you know. If you don't know, just ask. I'll help explain it. Add your water. And then set it and forget it. It usually takes about 45 minutes or so. Then I head back upstairs, I grab my tea, and it's time for my first big block of work for the morning session. I clean up the office, take the meditation cushion, pick up all the cords that are laying on the floor, open the windows, get some fresh sunlight. And unless I'm recording, I like to have some background music or a little background ambience. So I'll use YouTube and I'll put on some of my favorite ASMR channels. ASMR Weekly is one of my personal favorites, has a lot of Harry Potter type theme things. And I'm ready to start my workday. Now, usually I have my overall monthly calendar up on the wall, and I know all the big things that need to be done. But what I will generally do, especially if it's on like a Sunday or earlier in the week, I will plan out my weekly goals. I love this digital planner that I use on my iPad. This one is from Flourish Planner. She has a YouTube channel here on YouTube. She also has an Etsy shop where you can download the planner as well. I will leave a link to her YouTube channel as well as to her Etsy shop down below in the description box. I highly recommend this planner. No, this is not sponsored, but it is very effective. It has a monthly outline as well as a weekly outline and then a daily outline. So I like to use the daily outline to outline my top 3 goals or tasks for the day. If you guys would like a video about how I kind of schedule my productivity for the day, I can totally do that. Just leave it in the comments below. But this is kind of how I like to work during the week. I set kind of a top 3 list of things that must get done for the day and kind of go from there. So once my priorities for the day are set, I will dive into my first block of work. Now that's usually going to involve me checking in on my clients and my virtual coaching program, checking in on our private Facebook group, answering any one-on-one questions or doing any one-on-one calls. Sometimes it may involve doing things for YouTube, any other social media like Instagram and LinkedIn, or sometimes even charting for my practice as well. Whatever it is, I will usually set a work block between 1 and 3 hours, depending on kind of what time it is, and just work throughout the day from there. At this point, it's between 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, kind of depends on the day, but now it is actually time to take a bath. So what I love to do if I have the time is to actually take an Epsom salt bath, and I love to use my bath bombs from Lush as well. Water, and then add some bubble bath, absolutely necessary. And then also add some Epsom salt. Now Epsom salt is great for relaxing, great for tight muscles, any soreness. The magnesium and the salt is really helpful. Throw on that bath bomb. I just love the color of this one, even though sometimes it kind of stains the tub. And then I'm not just taking a bath, we're going for a full-on relaxation experience. So I will set up with my iPad. I will watch a TV show in there. I got my water. I got my jade rollers. Like I'm in here probably like 30 to 45 minutes to relax. Now, once we're done, yes, I'm still watching a movie from the iPad. And now it's time to put on some type of face because I'm on camera with clients and on Zoom calls. So I need to not look like a naked mole rat. So a little bit of concealer. This is not in any sort of way, shape, or form a makeup tutorial. That's the wrong channel. But a little bit of concealer, a little bit of powder, draw on some eyebrows, I should say, spray it all down, add some red lipstick, and hope for the best really is kind of my approach, and maybe some mascara, and that's about it. Time to get dressed, putting on some really comfy clothes, big sweater, some leggings. Usually that's about it. And to cover up the hair that I otherwise have neglected at this point, well, it's a headband, and we're gonna redo the bun because that's about all we got at this point in time. But that's fine, it's fine. Now we're good to go. I am washed, I am dressed, I've done a little bit of work, and now it's time to actually finally eat something. Again, not quite sure what time it is. It depends on the day, but usually maybe between 11 and 12. Then I go down, and that oatmeal that I prepared earlier is now ready. Just a quick meal. I like to add some dried fruit, a little bit of protein powder, or in this case, a little bit of peanut powder, a little bit of vanilla extract, and then some apple spice or cinnamon spice, whatever spice you like, and some almond milk. Mix it all up, and then also add some fresh fruit, and we are good to go. And usually this will last until it's time for lunchtime, and I'll have lunch pretty quickly thereafter. I will have this meal. I'll sit down again at the table and just kind of chill out and have my, I guess call it brunch. So once I'm done, we head back upstairs and finish another block of work that usually will take us to about 12 or 1 o'clock. And that can involve, again, any client calls, any filming for YouTube, or any type of social media stuff, whatever needs to be done. And I'll probably finish up my oatmeal or whatever I had for breakfast or brunch as well. And that is pretty much it as far as my morning routine is concerned. We're now kind of heading into the afternoon, and what I'll do is stop that block of work, and then I'll actually usually go on a walk, or either I'll exercise or work out around maybe 1 or 2 o'clock, kind of depends on the day. But I like to get up and get moving because I've probably been sitting at the desk for a number of hours. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like and a thumbs up. Be sure to comment and subscribe to this channel. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye.